You guys ready for our date with Michiru, so to speak? Alright, let's go. The feline has reclaimed its perch. How do you not notice something like that? Are the nerves in your head not functional? Aww, look at the cat. I have no idea what was close to what. A strange woman. Why place a cat on your cranium? Perhaps she's aware that US Marines used to tie ropes around their heads to enable allies high in the rigging to distinguish friend from foe? You can just wear a hat with a four-leaf emblem on top, Michiru. That insignia is something like an iconized version of the rope used in the old days. She's so cute with her little giggle. I don't think I said anything of the sort, actually. I have to say that your clothes today leave a different impression than usual. They look cute. I like them. Yeah, I get the feeling you put in some real effort. Oh. What? Is that a fact? My impression was that you actually bought several outfits yesterday, and carefully chose this one from the many you tried out this morning. Was I mistaken? You weren't in the dorm much yesterday, and you came back with bags from clothing stores in both hands. Also, I heard you clattered around first thing this morning. You are a troublesome one, woman. Hey, hey, oh! What's the matter, Yusaku? Thought you were being energetic. Something wrong? It's easier to calculate distance that way, right? And consistent road conditions are best for training purposes. Boy, 3 hours. That's a long time. We took regular breaks, didn't we? 5 minutes every hour? What's the problem? Oh, I suppose you have a point. It is around that time of day. A somewhat lengthy break might be in order. Her face brightening, Michiru points towards the high spot she's so fond of. Oh, picnic, okay. No picnic. Aww. I want to go on a picnic. We're going back to the dorm, eating there, and then resuming our training. We don't even have boxed lunches. Field training and the distribution of portable rations, eh? Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Let's Radon. And now she's energetic all of a sudden. Let's do it again, let's do it again. I'll never get tired of that. It's so funny. So funny. So happy.
シートシート。
Michiru, my friend.
何?
Well, your head.
ん? わかんないわね。とりあえずシート敷いちゃうからね。
That damn cat. That darn cat. Michiru retrieves a woven wooden basket from somewhere or other, thrusts her hand inside and withdraws a plastic picnic sheet.
はい。じゃあパパッと広げちゃうね。おりゃ。
As she expands the sheet, it twists violently in midair and falls to the ground in a tangled lump.
もう一回。
She tries again, but the exact same powerful jerk naturally produces the exact same result. Impressive in a way. Such utter ineptitude at something that basic as spreading out a sheet must be fairly rare. Give it here, I'll do it. Like so and so.
すごい。もしかしてユージってビニールシートのプロ?
There's no such profession, Michiru.
でもほら、街中で段ボールとビニールシートで。
Stop, please say no more. I understand. Yes, those people are pros. I'm an amateur.
ではでは、座りましょうかね。
Yes, let us. Carefully taking off her shoes, Michiru sits down on the soft plastic sheet. When I remove my sneakers and follow, she places our shoes on the four corners of the sheet.
こうするとね、めくれない。
Smart thinking. Clever.
へへへ。それじゃあ、ご飯の時間ですよ。さあ、ユージくん、なんだと思う?
Beans? Sandwiches, I imagine.
なんでそう思っちゃった?
It's a basic picnic food, right? Sandwiches? I mean, you normally don't make your own food, so it seems unlikely that you cooked rice and prepared side dishes. A sandwich just involves cutting bread, stuffing, and ingredients, so it strikes me as the more plausible possibility. But I like sandwiches, so hey, you know, let me at them. Also, those band-aids on your fingers. I initially thought you might have gotten scratched by the cat, but now I'm thinking you nicked yourself with the kitchen knife. So, anyway, what'd you make?
サンドイッチです。
Oh. I see. Well, get on with it. All this talking made me hungry.
本当に? よし、ちゃんと残さず食べるんですよ。
I will do so. The go places are offering on the sheet. It's an entire loaf of plain bread, its interior gouged out and stuffed with salad. I'd fully expected her cooking to be incompetent, but I never anticipated such a novel technique. I don't think you can call this a sandwich, actually.
へへ。ほら、ユージは運動をすごくするから、サンドより栗の木の方がいいかなって。量が多い方がいいかなって。そういうとこ、男の子だよね。
I don't know about that. I'm not going to eat this thing.
なんで
Look at the cat.
頑張って作ったのに。
Cat is freaking out. That's not relevant. I don't like your disrespectful treatment of valuable provisions. Well, I suppose there's no helping it today, but expect severe punishment the next time you pull a stunt like this.
厳罰って何?
A slap to the face.
やだ、それやだ。じゃあもう今後は気をつけます。
What's with that look? Why are you laughing?
だって今後ってことはまたこうして二人でお弁当を食べる機会があるってことでしょ?
Maybe. But that's not what I meant. I'm just telling you to treat food with respect, okay?
ふふん。まあいいからいいから召し上がれ。
You know, some people are starving out there, with no food at all. And you make this monstrosity? Such a waste. My admonition seems to have been brushed off. I grab Michiru by her twin tails, pull her face to extreme close range and repeat myself. Hold it. It's not all good. Listen carefully. Treat food with respect. Alright, glad to see you got the message.
何よ、怖いんだから。せっかくのデートだっていうのに。
Quit your whining. Well then I'll have some. I mean, you went all this trouble.
もう。
What the hell is that?
あ、変な鳴き方した。
That was the cat. Michiru's cooking looked beyond terrible, but her taste isn't bad. Not to say that it's particularly good either, but the gap with its appearance seems to work in her favor. Or perhaps I was simply hungry. That's probably what it was. As I crammed the huge lump of bread into my mouth, Michiru watched it with a bright smile on her face.
美味しかった?
I suppose so. Exceeds expectations, let's say. Either way, you worked hard on that, right? I'd be bad manners to turn up my nose.
頑張って作ったなんて私言ったっけ?
Yes, you did. Anything to drink?
そう言うと思って用意しました。ポーポー茶。
I never heard of it. I just realized the water in the background is glistening. That's pretty cool. Has it always done that? Probably. I just haven't realized it.
嘘、知らないの? 飲んでます。ポーポー茶のあの CM の
Popo tea? No, I don't really care. Hurry up and just give it here.
飲んでますって斬新なフレーズだったのにな。飲むってなんだよみたいな。はい、お茶。
Michiru passes me this mysterious beverage in a thermos. The taste is that of a perfectly normal blended tea. I like tea. My favorite letter of the alphabet.
風が気持ちいいね、ここは。いつ来ても。
Ah, true enough. I think I sort of understand why this cat likes it so much.
猫? ああ、猫にゃ。じゃなくて、あれか、これか。にゃー。
I love that cat. Relaxing outside like this, Michiru certainly doesn't seem like a problem, child. She looks like a normal girl you'd find anywhere, really.
お、何見てんだ?
No, nothing. Alright, I guess we should get going back to the dorm.
またほら。ねえ、またこういうことをしよう。別にほら、したくてするわけじゃないのよ。
Oh,
お互いに暇じゃない?
Gosh, I never really thought about it. Oh boy, a second date with Michiru, huh? I'm not free.
ああ、じゃなくて、暇じゃなくて、ほら、忙しくないわけでしょ。だったらね、こんなことしてもいいわよね。
I'm not free. Michiru's completely forgotten her tsundere attitude in her desperation. She really is a normal girl, isn't she? Right down to the comical array of bandages on her fingers, which I can't see because they didn't bother to animate that. Do you really want to date me that badly?
ね、そんなこと。ああ、違うわよ。これはね、暇つぶしのただの遊びなのよ。デートじゃなくて、デートごっこよ、ごっこ。
Yeah, it doesn't really work. You can't backpedal this, alright?
だから、ごっこならね、いくらしたっていいじゃない。
Pretend dating. Really? I tried that with Aoi in Danganronpa. That didn't work very well. Pretend,
そう、ごっこです、ごっこ。
Alright. Since it's a game, I don't see any problem with that. You went out of your way to buy yourself cute clothes, so it would be wasteful to only use them once. I suppose we can play again.
本当に?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a play date, right? Combat drill's not actual battle, right?
そうよ、そう。いざ実戦を迎える前の演習なのよ。じゃあそういうことで、またね、デート、ごっこをしようね。
The cat doesn't buy it, and I don't either. For the time being, we're gonna run another 5 kilometers or so today. How about 20 kilometers for the next day? 20 kilometers. That's like a lot, right? That's a lot. I think that's a lot. It's a lot of miles. I don't go on the metric system. I'm on Imperial. Proud and true. I wish we were on the metric system. You have a complaint?
Yeah, それでいいです。はい。
After putting away the plastic sheet, we set off for a little light parental exercise. Well, if they can keep up, you can always head back to the dorm first if you want.
一緒に行く。
I see. What's the watchword then? Michiru is grinning as she jogs towards me. Somehow there's a slight smile of amusement on my face as well. Damn girl, she's rubbing off on me. The wind is unceasingly pleasant. The sea below is infinitely wide. Michiru's mind infinitely empty. It is August 3rd. When I leave my room the next morning for my daily marathon, I find Michiru standing in the lobby with a beaming smile on her face. Surely this can't be what it looks like. But it's probably best to ask for safety's sake. What are you doing out here at this hour, woman? The cat is mad.
忘れたの？デートごっこするんでしょ？約束したじゃない。
No, I didn't forget. It was impulsive of me, but I did indeed promise the girl more pretend dates, so I'm gonna make good on that. But that said, it's currently 5 in the morning. Does she seriously expect me to play house at this hour? Yes, I agreed to that, but I have my own life as well. Running in the morning is my daily routine. You're aware of that, aren't you?
知ってるわよ。
And what time is it right now?
5時。朝の。
She's really proud of that. It's like 5 o'clock. I got this. I know this. I know time. I can tell time. So, what do you want from me?
デートごっこ行きませんか?
No, I think not. As I may have mentioned, I'm going for a run right now.
昨日約束したのに。嘘つき、嘘つき。
Michiru's face crumples with disappointment. The girl looks like about ready to burst into tears, but for the moment she focuses on swinging her arms wildly in my general direction. Her movements are clumsy in the extreme, but also unpredictable. Every once in a while, an amateur's haphazard swinging can become a KO punch to the chin out of sheer random chance. I take a careful step backward and attempt to negotiate. Don't jump to conclusions. Yes, I promised. I'm just saying that crack of dawn isn't a reasonable time for a playdate.
だったら何時からならいいんですか?
Let's see, a little past noon, just like yesterday. Seems more appropriate.
わかった。じゃあそれで決定ね。あんた、もしその時間にどっかに逃げたりしたら承知しないからね。
I won't run or hide. In the meantime, why don't you come up with some place for us to go? You know, be useful.
立てていいの予定。私が、つまりデートプラン？ごっこの。
That's right. Have any problem with that?
いや、ほら、普通デートの予定って男女のカップルだったら男の人が考えるものじゃないの？女の人が希望を言って男の人がそれを組む。
What, so we're not just doing the playdates, we're pretending to be lovers?
まあそういうことよ。そもそもデートってそういうものでしょ？違うの？そうよね。
Well, I understand what you're trying to say. In that case, I'll retain decision-making power. How does this sound as a plan for today's date? After a light round of jump squats, we proceeded to death-defying one rope bridge. Then after removing any watches or other metal objects on your person.
待って、いいです。私が決めます。お任せください。
Why, the blueprint was just starting to come together.
いいです。というか大丈夫です。私が完璧にやってみせますから。
Alright, then let's go with that.
はい。では行ってらっしゃいまし。
Michiru waves goodbye with a big smile on her face. Something seems to be missing from this picture. May as well ask for clarity's sake, I suppose. Michiru, my friend?
何？
weren't you supposed to be a tsundere?
そうよ。そうに決まってるじゃない。あんたなんかね、走ってる途中で海に落ちちゃえばいいのよ。
Oh my gosh. It's a little weak. Okay, I think randomly wishing horrible deaths on your acquaintances is less tsundere and more twisted. Indeed, perhaps I should have fallen into the sea, but if I do happen to plunge into the watery grave this morning, I imagine you'll come to deeply regret making such a thoughtless joke. Every night I'll appear in your dreams, standing at the foot of your bed, dripping wet, resentment burning in my eyes. Alright then, I'll be going now.
待て、それは重い。軽い気持ちで罵倒したにしては報いが重すぎる。
I imagine so. Let that be a lesson to you.
いってらっしゃい。無事に帰ってきてね。
Oh look, you can say a proper goodbye after all. I should have been honest with yourself from the start.
うっさいやい。いってら。
Oh. And so I was able to safely complete my routine. Daily training of this sort is meaningful precisely because you can perform it without fail. No matter how small your stride may be, what's important is to keep steadily putting one foot in front of the other. Surprisingly, many people get it completely backwards. When an amateur signs up for a sports gym, they frequently exercise for hours on their very first day without a thought for the consequences, and doing more harm than good for their bodies. You don't want to over-exert yourself. A workout schedule needs to be approached systematically to ensure a steady daily amount of exercise suited to your physical capabilities. Otherwise, you'll just quit after a week with nothing but aches and pains for your troubles. It's true. When I returned to the dorm, Michiru seems to be obediently standing by in her room in preparation for our afternoon outing. I was worried about the possibility of a panting salvia, not the drug, saliva spewing greeting in the manner of a dog impatiently awaiting its walk, but it seems things aren't quite that bad yet. Even after taking my shower, there's still plenty of time before our 1 p.m. date. Throw myself down in the bed to read one of the books Sakaki left me before her departure. The Kama Sutra. Wonder what this one's about. Today I've got a first-person work of reportage written by a war photographer. Unlike fiction, the book captures a vivid slice of reality. Very interesting stuff. There's even a few comic anecdotes, like the time he tried to exchange money inside a disputed region and got handed a stack of newspaper bills with a few real notes on top and bottom. Clever swindle, actually. Takes advantage of the natural assumption someone's not going to cheat you out so blatantly face to face. Simple but effective bit of misdirection, almost like a sleight of hand trick. You're not going to see through something like that until you're cast aside your unconscious assumptions about what couldn't possibly be. Just like the state. All of a sudden, notice that 1 p.m. has come and gone. It's a bit of a surprise. I would have expected Michiru to come drag me away by now. Deciding I might as well wait for her to show up, I reach out for yet another book. But for some reason, I find myself unable to concentrate. The ticking of my clock seems strangely loud all of a sudden, like someone turned up the volume in my game. I can't maintain my usual focus on the printed word. Alright, I suppose I might as well head over myself. Mumbling to no one in particular, I drop my book and head for Michiru's room. Michiru, you in there? It's about time, isn't it? I knock on the door and call out, but I receive no response. There is always a possibility she had to leave on some pressing business, I suppose. If so, she could at least said something to me, but, well, I mean, that's her choice to make. The girl can do as she pleases, you know, I don't care. Huh, you're the same cat, aren't you? The black cat that's recently spent most of its time fused to Michiru's skull pushes the door open, poking its face outside. If this animal's here, it seems quite possible that Michiru is still in her room as well. But she didn't respond to my voice at all. Some trouble, maybe. I hope not. Michiru, I'm coming in. When I reach out for the doorknob, the black cat pulls back in a panic. Seems the little beast still strongly dislikes me. I enter the room slowly, keeping an eye out for booby traps out of the abundance of caution. Inside, I find Michiru lying face down on her bed, breathing in the soft and regular manner of a contented sleeper. I was prepared for the possibility of something being seriously wrong, so I have to admit that this is a bit of an anticlimax. Sleeping in, are we? And after all that squawking this morning, you're a carefree one. Cat hops onto the bed and licks Michiru's cheek repeatedly, but she doesn't even stir. Come to think of it, the girl tagged along for a full 15 kilometers of running yesterday. Hardly surprising she'd be exhausted. I'm exhausted just reading that. It wasn't a particularly impressive distance by my standards, because, you know, I'm amazing. But for a typical female student, I suppose it was a praiseworthy effort. Well, calling this woman typical strikes me as somewhat problematic. But I'll save that debate for another day. Maybe tomorrow. The cat and I look at each other and share the equivalent of a wry smile. Juru's face appears to be resting on a fashion magazine. The picture of the outfit she wore yesterday circled in red permanent marker. Even after all that exercise, I'm getting the feeling she was up late last night, in which case it'll probably be more considerate to let her sleep instead of dragging her outside. I give the cat a single pat on the head, causing it to flee immediately, and turn to leave. Get some rest. We'll cancel today's date. What the? Oh my god. Don't. What the hell? Just go back to sleep, alright? No reason to push yourself. Michiru forces out the words while glaring weakly at me through half-open eyes. Her claims rendered even less convincing when she rises to her feet and promptly staggers to the side, very nearly trampling her pet. Listen, just go back to bed, alright? There's no reason to pointlessly exasperate your exhaustion. Let's see, how much did you get last night? 8 minutes. That's not even a nap, woman. Get back in the bed and sleep long enough to secrete all your growth hormones properly. Like a child. What? If you insist, let's get going then. Make your preparations in the next 30 seconds. Suppose not. You have 5 minutes. Then I'll wait outside. No. Just how long will it take this girl to get a solid grasp on the tsundere concept anyway? It's all so half-assed at this point. Alrighty, and that's it for the video, and I will see you all next time as we go on our second playdate with Michiru. See you then!